Hello and salute, my dinosaur fans and fanatics. This is my comprehensive list of the coolest and most ferocious land dinosaurs throughout the Mesozoic era. So, first, I'm going to have to start with a few quick disclaimers. This list is by no means comprehensive. It's just some of the most popular dinosaurs that I think are really radical. And I do not own these dinosaurs. So therefore, I do not have an accurate depiction on whether they are actually what I hype them up to be. So sorry about that. I wish I did own these dinosaurs, but in this video I will be analyzing the strengths and some of the weaknesses of the top ballers of the dinosaur family. Also, this is not going to be a countdown to the top dino. This is just going to be alphabetical order of the 7 dinosaurs I looked at, and you're going to learn about all of them. And in the end, after going over all these dinosaurs, based on skill, speed, adaptability, and cunning, I will be deciding the winner of this list, who will be crowned by the power of Hayden, the king of the dinosaurs and the coolest dinosaur ever. And without any further ado, let's get started on our list. C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Okay. So first we have the Allosaurus, which grew up to 38 feet in length and 16 feet in height. It ranged from about 4,000 to 10,000 pounds. Some of the strengths of the Allosaurus is that it actually had long arms compared to all its other bipedal cousins, like the T-Rex. So therefore, it could grab onto its prey and really do a number on those guys. It mostly used its speed and trap-like hands to catch its prey, which were mostly ornithischian dinosaurs. Small sauropods and anything else it could trap and kill. It is also thought to be a scavenger, feeding on carcasses and dead or dying animals. No class. So, in conclusion, the Allosaurus would be a pretty good contender for the top apex predator of the dinosaur lands. But there are more in the list that we gotta get to. The Ankylosaurus was an herbivore that grew up to 26 feet in length, and it was pretty short, pretty close to the ground, which actually was a strong advantage. It was only like 6 feet tall normally, and it was very heavy at 18,000 pounds. So basically this dinosaur was armored, head to toe, and it had a big old weapon for its tail. It was basically like a mace, which it would swing around to fend off predators and defend its kin. So the Ankylosaurus would use its tail like a mace, swinging it around and shattering ankles, literally. It was heavy and fast enough to break the bones of the predators that would get too close, rendering them basically dead. I think the Ankylosaurus is my favorite herbivore dinosaur just because it's like born with a weapon, and it's basically a really big hammer or mace or something. And if I was in a band, I think I'd try and get an Ankylosaurus on to play a drum, probably like a really big drum so it could hit it with its tail. I think that'd be really cool. Alright, so next on the list we got the Mapusaurus, which grew up to 30 feet in length and 12 feet in height and weighed about 8,000 pounds. The Mapusaurus was pretty weak on its own. It wasn't very big or ferocious compared to its other predators, but the main strength of the Mapusaurus and why it's on this list is because it hunted in packs, which is normally a trait shared by raptors or birds more than giant predators such as the Mapusaurus. But this gave it the ability to take down and eat sauropods, which was a huge advantage over its other predators because they wouldn't be able to take down the colossal beasts that were otherwise feared by the T-Rex and Spinosaurus and stuff. So next we got a Spinosaurus, which is the biggest land predator to ever exist, which sounds pretty cool, but it's really not that cool. It grew up to 52 feet in length and 23 feet in height, and was 17,000 pounds. This would be more impressive if it wasn't mainly tail and sail. Oh. But the strength of the Spinosaurus was that it was aquatic. It could eat fish basically whenever, and that's how it hunted primarily. And it was huge. However, the Spinosaurus wasn't that smart and was often evaded by its prey and even injured by its prey, such as an Ankylosaurus who would otherwise be avoided by smarter predators like the T-Rex and raptors. Next on our list we got the Triceratops, which grew up to 30 feet in length and 10 feet in height and weighed up to 26,000 pounds, making it the heaviest dino on this list. It would basically use its bulldozer-like physique to fend off predators, and it would often charge like a rhino, which is scary enough for predators given its humongous weight. But the spikes on the front of the Triceratops' head would also give an opportunity to puncture and injure the predators if they were unlucky enough to get hit by one of the Triceratops charges. Alright, so up next we got the one and only Tyrannosaurus Rex, which grew up to 40 feet in length and 20 feet in height and weighed at about 18,000 pounds. The Tyrannosaurus Rex is known for being one of the top, if not the top land apex predator, for very good reason. It was smart, it had insane senses, and it had the strongest bite force by far of any land animal. Packing a 12,000 pound bite force, the Rex could essentially kill anything it's got its jaws around, most of the time without question. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was an almost perfect killing machine, with its great sight and great smell and, all the beans. However, it had one very strong disadvantage. It had very short arms, which comes with all the sadness you can imagine. Finally, we have the Utahraptor, which is a pretty distant cousin of the Velociraptor. It grew up to 23 feet in length and 7 feet in height and weighed about 2,200 pounds, making it the smallest by pretty far on this list. But it was a very, very smart dinosaur. It hunted in packs and could shine through its teamwork. The Utahraptor was pretty big compared to most raptors, but pretty small compared to most bipedal predators of the Cretaceous period. The Utahraptor is known for its very fast speed and claws that were very long and sharp and deadly. These claws were used to capture prey and not let go. This is an appropriate finish to this list just to prove that size and strength are not the biggest factors when determining an apex predator or the coolest dinosaur ever. Utahraptors are also my favorite dinosaur just because they're really fast and smart, and I just thought that was really cool characteristics of dinosaurs back in those times. I honestly think if I lived back with dinosaurs, I'd be best friends with a Utahraptor. And maybe they'd let me in their pack. Anyways, that concludes the list, and now it's It's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Who have I determined to be the king of the dinosaurs? Who do I think is the coolest dinosaur ever? Well, now it's time to answer that. It was really hard to decide because I think all dinosaurs are radical. All these dinosaurs had just such cool characteristics that made them hard because they were all so unique, and it's just a really tough decision. However, I have determined that none other than the dinosaur known as